Good to get back into conference play, settle back into league play from here on out. Got the win obviously up at Wyoming, 40-7. Weather was less than ideal circumstances for offensive production. That took its toll on for both football teams, but we were able to find several alternative ways to score. Once on an interception, block punt for a touchdown. They muffed a punt return, which we were able to recover in the end zone. So a lot of different ways to put points on the board, and we found them on Saturday. I thought it was a good effort by our players. Offensively, never really found a rhythm. Like I mentioned, the wind has some effect on the throw game, but we didn't run the football as well as we should have. That was the biggest disappointment to me, was the lack of production in the run game, the lack of consistency in the run game. It was one of our poorer outings as far as running game is concerned. Defensively, I thought we played very well. I think they had, before we put the twos in, they had about 125 yards of total offense, somewhere in that neighborhood. Only 5 or 6 yards in the third quarter. So I thought we got stronger defensively as the game went on. Defense has been a very consistent phase of the game for us each and every week. Special teams, like I mentioned, had some big plays on special teams. Iona did a great job blocking a punt, scooped it up and recovered, and took it in the end zone for a touchdown. Louis scored 10 points. He's continues to be the leading scorer in the conference. A 50-yarder and a 39-yarder as far as field goals. And then drilled all his extra points except for the one muff snap. He never had a chance to get that one off. But special teams have been solid for us as well. Special teams, I can't think of a week this season that we have lost the special teams battle. That's another phase that has been very positive for us. Penalties, did a nice job cutting down on penalties. I think we were penalized 3 times for 30 or 40 yards, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is something that's becoming a trend. We hope that continues to have less penalties than we had early on in the season. As far as this coming opponent, this week's opponent, Colorado State, tough game against TCU. They played them very close, 13-7. Defensive struggle. Both teams really were not able to generate a whole lot on offense. The score indicates that. They're much improved defensively over last year. That's probably the biggest thing that stands out when you look at the Colorado State team this year as contrasted with last year. Is the defense is playing very well. Larry Kerr, who was their coordinator for years and years with Sonny Lubick, is back now after being away for a few years, and has taken over the defense and doing a very nice job. So, it's at our place. We're excited to get back in front of our fans at Rice Eccles. It's a noon kickoff, which we love. We love playing those early kickoffs and getting the game going rather than sitting around all day and waiting on it. But anyway, we're where we want to be, 7-0. We're 3-0 in league play, so a lot of good things going on right now. We still obviously have a lot of things to work on. We're never going to be satisfied really in any area, but we're heading in the right direction, and we feel like we're doing some pretty good things as a football team. Well, we do, like I said the last time we did that, we do it periodically as the season wears on. We get banged up a little bit. We probably have half a dozen guys that would be not ready to go today, and so we will we condition them and lift them, and have a good film session, get started with the film of Colorado State, and that's something we do probably every third week at this point in the season. So this week just happened to fall under that schedule. Well, sure, yeah, I think they're playing very hard. They got the tight end who's very good, Sperry, who's given a lot of production. The tailback is one of the better backs in the league, Gartrell Johnson, and so they've got some weapons on offense. And like I said, the defense is back to what we saw from Colorado State for several years in a row back when Larry Kerr was the coordinator. Yeah, we got the only one that's going to miss for certain this coming week is Kepa Geisen. He's out 3 or 4 weeks. He's got a knee. Then we got some guys banged up. Koamisi's a little bit banged up. Terrell Cole, Trevor Moss. I don't have the list right here in front of me, but Joe Dale took a little shot in the back. Zane Taylor's got a little ankle that's been bothering him, but those are just day-to-day things. We don't anticipate, other than Kepa, losing anybody. Now we could, as the week progresses, we'll see how we heal up. But as of this moment, Kepa's the guy that we know we're going to be without on Saturday. No, I think our assistant coaches have done a very good job with adjustments. It's usually indicative. Good third quarter is usually indicative to halftime adjustments. That's a product of what you've done adjustment-wise at halftime. I think our players were able to come out with focus and with intensity. You know, it hasn't been a lull or a just losing focus, regardless of circumstances. And that did catch my eye today as I looked at our 7-game cumulative stats. That has been our strongest quarter by far, is that third quarter. So conditioning also probably plays into effect. I think, our guys work hard all summer long. We condition all during the season, so we don't lose our edge. We lift all during the season, and I think that might be a product of that as well, is staying in top condition throughout the year. Time of possession has been huge for us. I think we're third in the country right now in time of possession. That's a team stat. People think that's an offensive stat. That's a team stat. It's our defense getting off the field, quickly, and our offense hanging onto the ball when they get the chance with the football. So, as a football team, we're doing a nice job controlling the clock. Well, I know he's a very good football coach. He's got a great background, several years in the NFL. We played against each other way back when in the late 70s, early 80s, and so I knew of him at that time, didn't know him personally, but I've tracked his career. He's had a very, very positive career in coaching and made a lot of good moves, and he's very much, in my opinion, the right guy for the job at Colorado State right now. Sonny did a great job there, and I think Sonny Lubick is maybe one of the most underrated coaches to come down the pike in the last 20, 25 years. For what he did for that program, putting them on the map, was a great accomplishment. And now it's Coach Fairchild's turn to keep that going. Well, we didn't get great knockoff at the line of scrimmage like we usually get with our offensive line. I mentioned the wind conditions. You never want to make excuses, but wind, there's no two ways about it. Wind damages your throw game. I mean, I don't care who you are, where you are, that's going to have an effect on it. As a former defensive coordinator, whenever I played in a wind game, was coaching in a wind game, I should say, you load the box up because they're very reluctant to throw, and so that makes the run game more difficult. But just overall, we got to run the football better, whether they load the box up or not. We got to do a better job in the run game. And like I said, I think it started with not as much knockoff at the line of scrimmage as we usually have, and didn't seem to be running as violently as we have in the past with the football in our hands. Ben Vroman is a tremendous advantage field position-wise each and every week. He leads the country in touchbacks. At least that's what Coach Hill lets me know, our special teams coordinator, and we lead the country in starting position after kickoffs, which is huge. I mean, it's a game of field position, and to be able to have a guy that can knock it out the back of the end zone most all the time, and when he doesn't, it's deep enough that we get great coverage. That's a big plus for our defensive team to start on the 20, 21, 22 rather than the 28, 29, or 30. I mean, that's a big difference. Well, we're always concerned to improve all areas of the football team. We're in the top 4 in every major category offensively: total offense, rushing offense, scoring offense, passing offense, pass efficiency offense, controlling the clock. So we're doing a lot of good things. And it's not like our offense has been non-productive. I think our offense has done a good job in a lot of areas, always looking to get better, like I said. We're scoring, I think this is the 3rd most points we've scored if we continue at this pace in the history of Utah football. So there's a lot of positive things going on. But what I think we've lacked offensively is we seldom get in that rhythm. We need to find that rhythm more so than we have to this point in the season. Another positive thing I didn't mention coming out of the Wyoming game, first game of the year, that we did not turn the ball over, which was huge. We had 0 turnovers. We had 5 takeaways. Anytime you're plus 5, you got about a 99.5% chance of winning or greater. And so, it's just a matter where, sure, we're scoring 37. We'd like to be scoring 47 a game. We'd like to be getting 500 yards a game instead of, the 400 we're getting. But I think I just attribute it to, just getting, for whatever reason, finding that rhythm that we had in 05. We had a great rhythm in 05, when we led the conference in offense, and we've yet to find that rhythm this year.